Welcome to the Let's Talk podcast. My name is Damien and I'm joined by your two other hosts, Cloudist and Blank. Let's just jump into it. What you want to start off with?
Well, personally, I want to start off really quick with this whole TikTok situation bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna be legit about this. I have no problem with people who make TikToks. There are certain people. No, listen. I have no problem with people who make TikToks, but certain people on TikTok is who I have my problem.
Do you know, like, I'm not going to mention any names, but you know, a person that we know, both of us know, the other person, when you put me up in your story and your Snapchat story, and that person, like, typed something on, like, something anyway, but it's like her name. She's going to say her first name, Zoe.
Yeah, what about her?
Yeah, her TikToks are fucking cringy as fuck.
I didn't even know she did TikToks.
Oh, I'll send it on to you later. Oh my god, they're
okay.
so cringy.
This is about to be 10 times better.
Wait, Blank, do you do TikToks?
No, I don't.
No, we're not that bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you did. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
No, don't.
I'll take the offense to that. I'll take the offense to that. What I mean is, like, yeah, you have TikToks. Some of them are funny. Like, you know that
Yeah, I like the trollers in it. Like, I like the people who troll.
Yeah, I like the people who troll.
I like the trollers. But the one thing that really, like, pisses me off about TikTok is the fact that you have those people who are always like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, whenever someone like does a duet with them, and it's just like them like eating popcorn or
that's fucking cringy, bro.
I know.
Just like sitting there looking at them or something, and they're like giving out like, oh yeah, when I started making TikToks, you guys were pointing guns at me and shit, and like it's really mean, and you were calling me way over. And these guys are just sitting here eating popcorn, and it's like, bro, fuck you mean? And on top of that, if I see one more goddamn fucking TikTok with
that tracer.
No, not even that. If I see
yeah, go ahead.
If I see one more TikTok with that goddamn girl singing that annoying ass muffin song with her face up in the fucking curved camera like it's looking out through a peephole in the door, I am literally going to break something. And on top of that, another thing that really like gets me pissed off about TikTok is those guys. Like, you know those guys that are just like, oh yeah, if you think you're good enough to bully someone, try bully me. Or like the other guys who are just like, yeah, you're not supposed to salute unless you're wearing a cap, looking at the flag, or outside.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, dude, it's a fucking joke. You guys are like 40, and you're on an app made for like 15 to 20-year-olds. What are you doing with it?
I think it's made for more or less like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, and all.
To be honest, yeah,
but it's like, what the fuck? What are you doing with your life? This is supposed to be for a load of different people. Like, what are you doing?
It's true.
Like,
go ahead.
I think, you know the way it used to be called Musical.ly?
Yeah.
And before they'd never had this React feature.
Yeah.
The whole reason Musical.ly got big in the first place is people were reacting. They were like basically bullying people that were making the Musical.lys. Yeah. I think personally the devs who made TikTok or whatever, they saw that as like an opportunity, as in like they made their own like React feature. Like people are memeing the fuck out of other people's TikToks.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know the way TikTok is like a recreation of Musical.ly? I think they're making Vine. So maybe like everyone would fuck back over.
There's apparently supposed to be a Vine 2 coming. That's real, or if it's not. I don't know if it's real or not, but if it does come out, you're just gonna see all the original like Vine stars that came over to YouTube after Vine closed down, going back to Vine for like another 6 months until it dies again. And
oh my god!
To be fair though, I can't see Logan Paul or Jake Paul going back over.
No, I'd say the amount of hate you get on this new Vine is actually it'll be killer.
Yeah, that and TikToks are just fucked. 6ix9ine, imagine him doing TikToks in prison.
Oh my god, bro.
TikToks in prison.
Man, no, I was reading this thing, okay? and it was on TMZ. I won't lie, I was reading that on TMZ, but it was something about a wiretap conversation with
I have
6
it up
9's
here too.
yeah, with 6 9's old gang members. But like, from what they say in the wiretap, I'm quoting these guys now, and I'm obviously not gonna say the like derogatory racist term, but just tell that guy that he ain't a gang member no more. He kicked out the whip. He was never a gang member. Guy, he needs to like expose him. And as this conversation goes, you can tell what word I'm trying to blank out here.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I've read it myself, actually,
when you accidentally make a pun out of your own name, but like, yeah. But like,
there's go on now.
They're like, I'm quoting like this one last line.
Yeah.
They gonna be riding guys scrap. Jordan don't got nothing to lose no more.
Bro, I wouldn't doubt it.
This is all he have. And then the next part about the conversation says, well, he better get to violating. He better stalk Hernandez every move.
And apparently violating in that kind of term, because I have it up here, it says, wiretap transcripts of Shotty, Mel Murda, and Mystery Man plotting to murder 6 9. So, might make you get rid of.
Yeah, the conversation was between Takashi's former manager, Kifano Jordan, aka Shotty, and some random dude. We don't know who it is, but apparently that's supposed to be a thing.
Yeah, he's the informant, yeah, I'd say.
And on top of that, another thing. I don't know how to say this dude's name. DJ Academics, I think.
Yeah.
DJ Academics says, I'm not the Fed snitch. Because so many people went after him after he warned 6 9 about this. And people are like calling him out, saying he's 6 9 snitch. Like he was the one who was on the call recording that and gave it to.
I wonder, like, there might be other snitches too, if you know what I mean. Like, John Way's his ex crew members, like actual like rap crew members. They split off. Maybe they actually went to the feds. Maybe they actually gave some precious intel to them.
Precious intel.
Yeah, like if you try to understand what it, maybe they have. They're holding back something too.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm gonna quote what DJ Academic said about this. He says he has zero connection to this criminal case against Daniel Hernandez and the other co-defendant.
Yeah.
I view them as good people to me.
Yeah.
All these charges are a shock to me and do not involve me. I have never been questioned or much less cooperated in this. I am just a news reporter. Like, I can get where the dude is coming from. He doesn't want to be tagged to this. He doesn't want to be tied to this at all. And I completely get that.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
kind of think both ways.
Like, it's possible that he may be the snitch, and it's possible he might not.
Yeah, I know.
It's the luck of the draw, so to say.
Different people have different opinions. It's like, should 6 9 be in jail in the first place? Some people think he should. Some people think he shouldn't.
Personally, I think he shouldn't have put in jail for that amount of time.
Like, that's way too long. How long was it?
It was like 32 and a half years.
Yeah, to life.
That is way too long.
32 years to life.
Like, he's too young to be spending that much, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and on top of that, he's after suing his old manager for releasing parts of his new W Boy without his permission.
I wouldn't blame him.
I just pulled up an article from the Bread Batch on Instagram. Yeah. Do you know Michael B. Jordan?
Michael
B. Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah. Creed 2. Yeah. Logan Paul wants to box him after watching Creed 2.
What?
Yeah.
You are messing.
No.
Michael B. Jordan, the guy who never had a rap career in the first place.
But yeah.
Or is that
He's-
Nick Cannon I'm talking about?
Probably Nick Cannon, but everyone in the comments of the Instagram post is like saying he's gonna die and he's done for even challenging him. He's getting a lot of hate for this.
Wow.
McGregor also gets 6-month ban from driving speedingly.
Yeah.
Which
I
is-
was watching that. I was
This
actually
is
looking at that. That was something that did not shock me at all. I expected him to get another ban for driving because, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, McGregor, good fighter, not so much a good guy.
like he's a cheeky little muppet. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. Dude is a
Like
cheat.
you remember that fight between Kebab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kebab.
Yeah.
Kebab.
Like I wouldn't blame Khabib for getting mad after the fight, cause they were they were making racist remarks and all that against his family, and you
Yeah, I
wouldn't
guess.
like if you were in his perspective, you wouldn't take that either.
No.
Especially after slapping the head off Conor McGregor, huh?
No, speaking of fights, actually, the
Yeah.
fight between Floyd Mayweather and this other dude, I can't remember. I'll get it up. That's
Hardy.
supposed to be the fight that's supposed to be going on.
Oh yeah, the was it the Japanese fella?
Tenshin Nakasawa.
Yeah.
No, wait,
Yeah.
Nasukawa. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tenshin Nasukawa.
He's
He
gonna get
wants
his
to-
face knocked off. To be honest. in my
Honestly,
opinion.
Yeah,
I think
he got
Tenshin
flat.
actually has. I actually think Tenshin has a chance.
Maybe since like he's been doing a lot of kickboxing and shit like that.
Yeah, like
I've
he's
seen
younger.
videos. I've
Like
seen
I've
videos of his
seen,
fights.
yeah,
shit.
like he's younger, he's faster, he's really light on his feet.
Yeah.
But on top of that, Khabib, Mr. Kebab himself,
Mr. Kebab.
also wants to fight Floyd Mayweather.
You are
Keep in mind now, keep in mind now.
joking.
Floyd Mayweather has a 50-0
Like
fight record.
even like the fight wasn't that far off between Kebab and like McGregor. McGregor like put up a good fight, but I don't think Kebab. He's out of his fucking mind challenging Floyd. Floyd would kill him in a boxing match unless it's in the octagon. Then we all know Floyd's gonna get like absolutely killed.
No, I
Yeah.
doubt it would ever be in the octagon. To be honest with you.
Yeah, he'd never
I
done
don't think
that.
I don't think Floyd would ever go into the octagon. But also, just while we're on the topic of the octagon, have you guys heard about the new fighter who's going into the octagon?
No.
No.
Mr. Martin Ford. The dude's nickname is the Nightmare. He is a bodybuilder. He is 6'8", 280 pounds, and he's entering into the heavyweight division. And
Martin Ford. It says here on Google, Martin Ford is a futurist author on focusing impact on artificial intelligence.
No, legit. I'll show you guys a picture of Martin. This is Martin Ford. I just sent it to you guys. But like, this dude, if I was to even walk past this dude in the street on broad daylight, he is not someone I would fuck with. Like, I would
Jeez.
fuck with him in general.
Yo, Blank, he looked like Johnny Sins.
He actually does as well. But like, legit, I would not fuck with this dude.
No, listen. Like in all fairness, if he was to go into octagon, fight actually technical MMA fighters, I think he'd be knocked out quickly. In all fairness, he has the strength, but he doesn't have the technique. If you get what I mean, he's not nimble.
He's been practicing enough though. I've seen some of his test fights. This dude has what it takes.
I mean,
like, don't get me wrong. Dude is big. He looks like he's very like hard, heavy.
bro, he
Now,
would.
keep in mind,
If I
this
seen him IRL, he would scare the shit out of me.
But I would just like to point out, this dude's first fight is going to be against the Iranian Hulk. I don't know if no, that's the actual name of the fighter. The Nightmare versus the Iranian Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, It actually baffles me. I sent you guys a picture of both of these fighters compared side by side.
Yeah.
Who do you actually think will win in this fight? If the picture would ever send. This is why I hate having Irish Wi-Fi. Just saying that now, guys.
Yeah, we'll put it up. If you're watching it on YouTube, we'll put it up there.
Yeah, we'll put it up on the screen if you're watching it on YouTube.
Good time to shout out our man Charlie. Hook us up.
Yeah, good time to shout out our. He's a
our editor Charlie has a YouTube channel too, but I'm not too sure if he'd feel comfortable with me saying it. So
yeah, you know what? We should plug the fuck out of it.
There's the picture.
He's an amazing YouTuber.
There's the picture. It finally said.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Dude on the left is Martin Ford, aka the Nightmare. The dude on the right is the. Who do you actually think has a chance in this?
The guy in the right looks like, do you know, like one of those action figures used to get when you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just point out the fact now? Look at the size of the boxing gloves he's wearing.
Yeah, I know.
He looks like Warris.
We can't do name, boy. We can't do name drops.
Oh.
Did you see that video? The UFC press conference fella painted himself green and he called himself the Hulk. I'll get it up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, fucking.
You can't lie though. That
Dude.
looks like it's you can't lie.
He looks like a deep fried chicken nugget.
You can't lie though. That looks like it's gonna be a decent fight. Also, are you on about
Ion Cudabella?
Yeah.
Cudabella. Yeah.
I just got it up there right as you said it.
Yeah. He painted himself green and he called himself Hulk. I wonder how long it took him to get off the green shit.
Bet you, even after he took it off, there was like slight stains of green on his arm and shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just gonna say it now. I'm gonna say first round, 10 minutes in, he's gonna get Superman punched and knocked the fuck out.
No doubt.
I'd say he would. Like, this dude is the perfect example of a show off that starts people's careers. I don't know who he's fighting against. I'm looking at it now. Apparently, oh wait, he was suspended because of this.
Suspended?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got suspended for painting himself green.
Yeah.
But
why?
oh wait, this was back in 2017.
Wait,
yeah,
why would he get suspended for painting himself green? How does that work?
Because he was green during the Slippy to hit.
Oh. Pay to win.
What about I know it's a different topic, but I kind of want to move on. What about Ninja getting trolled when he thought he got into a Fortnite game with Drake
well,
and
like
came in and started.
Have you guys seen that clip where Ninja apparently quote unquote gets stream sniped and this he goes dance like do a Fortnite dance or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Lupus says it. And then he just goes, leave the game and I won't report you and all that. You know that clip? Yeah?
Yeah.
I think he's a bit paranoid there.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he was actually sniping.
In all fairness, I don't really like him, but he kind of like sometimes I do like him, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes he kind of goes over the top.
Yeah, and I think Ninja is overrated. The only reason he got where he is now is because of he was riding Drake's dick.
Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah. Like if it wasn't for Drake, he would have not be. He would have been like very successful, but not as successful as he is now.
Jesus Christ! I just pulled up an article there on the Daily Mail, the UK. Bullied Syrian refugee 15 is pictured for the first time as he thanks British public for support and family, and vows to use the £135,000 that was donated to him to find a new home and admit national outrage. Waterboarding attack. He got wrestled to the floor right in a cast and they were fucking pouring. They opened his mouth and started pouring water into his mouth.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw about that. He got grabbed by, pushed down to the floor, and people started like filling his mouth with water and shit.
Yeah, they're like pinning him down.
That's lousy, bro. What?
Yeah. But the teenager is after getting a 25-year jail sentence for attempted murder.
Jesus Christ, are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Other attacks targeting Syrians have not received the exact same attention, but this one resulted in a Scottish teenager who did this, resulting in a 25-year in jail attempt for murder.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, bro. What?
That dude just signed his life away pretty much.
He deserves it though, like, because in the video he literally opens his mouth and gets the water bottle and just starts pouring it into his mouth. The young fella looks like he's choking.
Like, pretty much, yeah.
Jesus Christ. His name is Jamal, the fella who was like the victim of it. Like, Jesus Christ! Imagine that like happening to you, like just walking out in your yards.
Yeah.
In our school, like.
In our school, yeah, our school can be dodgy, but like nothing like that would happen.
I know, because we actually do have respect for each other in our school.
Yeah, like we have a decent amount of respect for each other. Like
in our school has been rated as the worst school in Limerick and kind of Munster, but mainly Limerick. It's been all over the news and shit as well. Fucking hell. But we actually do have respect for each other in our school.
Yeah.
At times.
Yeah.
At times. At times. let's put brackets. At times.
Yeah.
What about what you think about fucking 1 minute?
Also, by the way, just because you mentioned that, our school was rated one of the worst schools in Limerick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I decided to go onto Joe Dada and pull up the top 25 worst schools in the whole of Ireland. Okay.
Yeah.
So, blah blah blah, bunch of Dublin schools. Okay.
Okay.
Then we get to the very top. In 7th is Glenstall Abbey. Don't get me wrong, Glenstall Abbey, pretty fucking bad school. As we just slowly go up, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip 6, 5, and 4 because they're all Dublin schools, and I'm gonna skip number 3 because that's a Dublin school as well.
Yeah.
Number 2, Laurel Hill Colashta FCG.
What?
Yeah. Dude, wait a second. Like,
the Irish Laurel Hill.
Steven, like, I'm after typing in like top 25 worst schools in Ireland, and then I see the Joe article, and it says
I'm on it right now.
Yeah, and it says
top 25 plus percentage of pupils going to university. Sorry, I thought that said top 25 worst.
Yeah, Laurel Hill apparently have is the best. Because I was listening, in our school, a teacher was saying it too.
Yeah.
They were saying the exact same thing.
But yeah, I find it because like you have all these schools and shit, but like at least in the top 100, for 2017, our school, Colashta Hill, is number. I'm looking at the list right now. Give me a second. I'm trying to find it. Oh shit, I can't find it. It was like 67th or something like that. We were actually pretty high up there, like.
That's fine.
Our school is fucked,
like, our school is absolutely
trash, bro.
What's blank? I know you did 4th year in our school, and I just want to talk to you, like, if you want to let us know what 4th year is and what you did in 4th year.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
4th year to me, honestly, was one of possibly the best years of my life.
Yeah.
Because when we were in 4th year, we did pretty much zero work Yeah, we did some
Mhm.
work preparing for like the leaving cert and stuff like that. And for those of you who don't know, the leaving is like an end of school exam before you go into
College.
colleges.
For all y'all
University, yeah.
Americans.
You Americans and you British, but like
But
yeah.
Blink,
So, like,
if you want to tell us what fourth year is first.
so fourth year is essentially a break year between junior cert and going into the senior cycle.
Yeah.
It's basically just a year for you to step back out of it for a second,
Yeah.
calm down from all this stuff. But
Mhm.
like,
Exam years, yeah.
yeah, but like the amount of trips we went on in fourth year was not even funny. It was actually like one of the best things ever.
Mhm.
'Cause,
Like,
Yeah.
could you give an example of like where you guys went and what you guys did?
we went to Dublin a load of times for a bunch of different college open
Okay.
days.
Yeah.
We went to Galway, we went to Cork, we went to LIT, UL, Mary I.
Yeah.
Me and one other lad in our school who was also on TY with me. Me and him ended up spending a week in Dublin.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Chilling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were working for RT for the week. We got to go away for a whole week. Worked with RT, worked with the sound management department, the managing department, worked with a bunch of different celebrities. We even got onto the Clareburn live show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which was pretty lit. On top of that, there was also a program called the Inish program.
Yeah.
And basically, the Inish program is you take 8 people from the school and you ship them up to Castletown in it's either Laois or Offaly for like a whole week. You just leave them there for a week, and like you have 6 or 7 other schools with you at the time, 8 people from those schools as well, and it's just like this whole entire getaway thing.
Yeah.
And like you just stay there for a week, and it's supposed to build your leadership and stuff like that.
Yeah.
On top of that, another shorter little trip that we did was the Gashka trip to Cappenly. And honestly, it was the biggest pain of the entire TY.
Really?
It was a 2-day walk. You did 25 kilometers on day 1. And then you did 6 on day... No, wait. Sorry. You did 50 on day 1 and 10 kilometers. It was 25 kilometers in total. We ended up doing something like 26, 27 kilometers.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, on day 1, to get back to where we were staying, we had to cross a massive ass lake, so we all had to get onto a speedboat. And I ended up having to get onto a speedboat with this really tall guy in our school. He's like 6'4". You guys know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know, but like I have
we'll
a.
Tell you later. We'll tell you
Yeah,
later.
alright.
1 second. That person.
Oh, okay.
Well,
oh, okay.
Blank, would you
Oh,
go
alright, I get you now.
Story.
I ended up having to get on a boat with him. And this dude is deathly afraid of water. And the worst part is, so we put him up like near the front to the left. Dude got onto the boat. He wasn't even 2 steps onto the boat, and the boat started sinking down backwards.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I'm not making fun of his weight, but
like the dude is a big guy.
He's a big guy.
Has a lot of, he has a lot of muscle. I won't lie.
Like,
let's just like instead of using his actual name, let's just call him.
We'll call him by the first.
But let's just call him Bigsley.
Bigsley. Okay, lads. Alright, imagine having Bigsley on a raft, and then he's at the very corner. He's a very buff dude. He's a very heavy dude. He's about like 6 foot, yeah. And then you just
like 6'5".
Yeah, 6'5".
6'5". He is like twice.
And then
massive. This dude is buff.
And then imagine a fucking Blank at the other side. Who do you think would fucking sink?
Honestly, Bigsley.
Honestly, both of you.
No, but legit. So, we're on the raft. Well, I'm sitting down on the raft. It was me, Bamed.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I just realized what I said.
Go on. Just go on.
Me, Bamed, and who's the other person? Bosch. We'll call him Bosch.
Yeah.
And like the three of us are sitting down on the raft.
The names you're coming up.
Come on, just go on.
Then Bigsley gets onto the raft, and
Yeah.
Bigsley like sits down opposite to us, and the three of us were still not heavy enough to counteract him. So we ended up having to get another person. We ended up having to get another person under our side, but then he was too heavy. So we had to get another person on the other side, person on the front, just to counteract the whole thing and make it.
Oh my fucking god.
So we're there. We're going about like 40 miles per hour, going straight across the water. We finally get to the other place, and it's like, hey guys, guess what? You need to climb up the side of a mountain now.
Ah, feels bad, bro.
Yeah,
It was not fun. So like, we finally get back to the place, finally get back to Captain Lee, and I swear to God, the place we were staying in was haunted as fuck.
Like, what do you mean haunted?
Do you want to let us in, like, on the little, like, few things that happened there?
So like, we got to the place, and our rooms are like this downstairs area. It's basically like a basement, but it's not underground. Underground, it's like halfway, so to say. If you get what I mean. It's hard to describe it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so like, we're there, we're chilling.
Yeah.
And like, we're all downstairs. We're out in the hall playing cards, blah blah. And this other hallway, which is where my room was like completely pitch black because no motion sensors had went off down there. And then out of nowhere, a motion sensor goes off, and we see this motion sensor goes off, and like, we hear this beep, the light turns on, and like, we just see this person dashing in.
Whoa,
And
what the
all of us are confused as fuck. So
I would, if I would have been in your situation, so would I.
Wait, blank. How many people were with you?
There was me.
No, just like numbers, like.
There was about 5 of us. We were on the way down to our room. Like,
did you see the person dash into the room, or did you hear it, or did someone else see it? Like,
he probably heard.
We were walking back up to the main area. We had ordered pizza. And it was on the way, and we were walking back up to the main area. We had gotten money for the food. Yeah. So we hear the beep, and we all turn around. Well, I did, and I think one of the other lads. We turn around, and all we see is this black figure dashing into a room at the end of the hallway. Keep in mind, to get from like our door to the end of the hallway was like a good 10-foot sprint.
Did you go down and did you check? Like,
we ended up getting like we checked all the rooms, including our own.
Yeah.
And no one was in the rooms.
Jeez.
So as we had got, and we started hearing like a banging across the way from like the door across the way. So we went over. We tried to open the door. Door would not open.
Yeah.
So like a step back first. Door opens and then slams shut straight away. So we all. Our door opens. No one is in. We turn on all the lights. No one is there. Windows are locked. No air can get into that room. So then a bunch of the lads come out of the room and they were like, "Guys, what's going on? Why are you slamming the doors?" And we're like, "We weren't slamming the doors. Something was slamming the door." And when
wait,
they're all looking at us. They're like, "Dude, that's fucking bullshit." They all started hearing it, and it all started again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
And everyone was freaking out. And I remember it was the best. One of the lads had gone up out of his room to go into someone else's room to scare them. So while he was in the other room, while he was in the other room, someone took his pillows, his blanket, and his mattress, and put it into the haunted room on the floor, and made it look like someone was sleeping in it.
Oh my god, bro, that would have scared the shit out of me.
So we're there, and we're like, dude, hustling and shifting, and it went into the room across the way. So he goes in there, and he sees this on the ground, and he's just like, nah, fuck that. So like, he grabs his mattress, he like brings it back out, he puts it up. He goes to go back in to get his pillow and his blanket, and the pillow and blanket are gone. Yeah, I'll explain. So while he was in there, one of us went inside, took his pillow, put it into these little drawers underneath the beds. Yeah. So we could fire them in there, close it up, and one of the other lads took his blanket and brought it inside into another room, and then hid the other
No.
blanket. So it made it look like there was like 4 blankets in the room, but there was 5.
Yeah.
4 blankets.
Yeah, because there was like no, sorry, there's like 6 bunk beds,
Uh-huh.
but there was like 8 people in one room, like just staying.
Wait,
there and shit.
what time was this on?
Yeah, what
Keep in
time
mind,
does that happen?
This
Yeah.
was like midnight 1.
Jeez.
Oh my god, dude.
3 a.m. 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Challenge gone wrong.
Joey
I ended up
Salads.
staying. I ended up staying awake because like insomnia, you know, it's a fucking bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I ended up staying, and like I was just chilling by my window, looking outside, looking at like street lamp and shit,
Yeah.
and like something hit off my door. So like I opened my door, but the sensors never went off, and there's a sensor above each door.
Yeah.
So it was like really weird. Like my window
Did-
was closed. I was just looking outside, and something hit off the door.
Did anyone else hear us? Did anyone else wake up to it? Like,
One of the other room, who was like to my right, heard it, and he kind of like he looked at me. He's like, "Was that you?" And no, and he's like, "Okay, I'm just
Maybe.
gonna go back to sleep." So he turned over and he fell back asleep. And it happened 1 or 2 more times after that, and it was really fucking weird. But like each time I went and checked, the sensor lights did not go off.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have
Oh.
been someone. It couldn't have been someone just like hitting my door.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the fact that like someone was hitting something off my door, but there was like
Mhm.
nothing on the ground. So like it couldn't have been like jellies or something like that.
Wait, I need to ask a question. Yeah. Did you or any of the other lads look up the history of the place? Was the place old? Like, was it?
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
looked up about the lake and the area we were walking.
Yeah.
The area we were walking was used for coal mining,
Yeah.
and the mountain the thing was on, the actual like resort we were staying at was
Yeah. That
was
built on it.
also for coal mining as well.
Yeah. So you can guess that a few people have died like there.
I'm going to say possibly yes, but I'm going to say possibly.
Or maybe like they got sick, and since they've been there their whole lives, like mining and shit,
Yeah.
and when they died, they couldn't leave and they got back to it. But like that's just that's a topic for another day. We can talk about it.
That's just a theory. We don't know that.
It's no, listen. It's a topic that we can talk about for another day. Like let's say the next episode.
Yeah, it's a topic we can discuss it.
Yeah.
But like other than that shit happening, honestly, transition year was one of the best years I have had in school so far. Not because we did no work, but because the amount of stuff we did kept us busy and preoccupied all the time, and it was just really fun.
So would you?
I would recommend it for people.
Yeah, you would. That's what I was gonna ask. I was like, would you recommend it for
Stephen? What?
For like people in 3rd year, I would highly recommend it straight off.
Yeah.
But like Stephen, what about like people who already know what they want to do in life? Do you think it's? Would you recommend?
Honestly, if you already know what, just do 3rd year to be that extra. Just do 4th year to be that extra year if you're too young.
Yeah, it's a good experience though.
It is honestly one of the best experiences.
And maybe you might change your mind. Like you never know. Like me, like I'll change my mind a number of times of what I wanted to do. Like personally, I don't want to go to college. I want to do something that's actually physical, like the army or the guards or something like that. Like,
I mean, some college courses do offer like jobs that get a bit physical, you know.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, like personal trainers, army, Garda Síochána.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
The police, yeah.
You can get a bit more involved. Like personally, you know, like coding and shit. Yeah. I personally find that a bit of. I don't want to be staring at a monitor for the rest of my life as a job, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while we're on the topic of school and shit, are you studying for your leaving cert?
No.
Certain subjects are not. Like in geography, we have weekly tests and stuff, and like at the end of each week, we have like an assessment on what we were doing. So like for that stuff, I'd be studying. But for the likes of like history and stuff, I'm still studying for them, but just not as much as I am for geography because it's more demanding.
Just for everyone listening, and that thinks that like we're like scrubs that aren't studying for leaving cert, they're going to get a shit job. We have another year until we have to do our final exams. So maybe like
yeah, we've got time.
Like, we'll get there next year if you get what I mean.
Like even if we don't, like some of us might be going to LCFE. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like if you don't get enough points from leaving cert, you go do another year in like this college course.
Yeah, but do you lads, do you know what you want to be, and like do you know what you want to do?
I think I do. I'm pretty sure.
I'm kind of 50-50 on what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I either want to go into teaching or I want to go into like computer networks and system management and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So Cloudus, what you want to do? What would you like to do? Like
what he said.
Oh, fair enough. Like it's kind of hard.
For LCVP, I literally he had the exact same thing I had.
So you just kind of, don't mind if I do. I'm gonna borrow that.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to do it anyway, but he just like somehow had it as well.
I just beat you to
it. Cause like me and Steven, fucking hell, like he'll cut that out. Me and Blank, like I don't think Blank wants to do all coding. Like he wants to do like systems and networking or whatever, because it involves a small bit of coding, but you can use you can get a bit physical as well.
Yeah. Like straight up.
Like setting up servers, etc.
Like straight up though, a friend of mine, I'm not gonna name drop now, did this exact same course in college, and she is currently working a junior programmer for Apple.
Yeah.
And the amount of money she gets paid per month.
Oh, like it's like the people
like
it's like the people out in the business park by where I live.
You remember the guy that came in from Dell?
Yeah. He gets paid a lot.
I just remembered now. You guys aren't on the analog program, are you?
No.
Okay, neither of you are on. Basically, the analog program. We get talk from people who work in analog for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And they were telling us about some of the jobs they do, and one of the jobs is quite literally to try and break their computer chips.
Like
I know. Like
set them on fire, blow them up, hit them with a sledgehammer. That kind of shit.
That actually sounds fun, to be honest.
Yeah, but the people who actually try to destroy these chips, they get paid like €100 per chip.
Yeah.
And they could be destroying anywhere between like 1,000 to 5,000 chips per day.
Wait, I don't get it. You would hardly need to have experience for the job. It's just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just get a toddler to come in. Here, do you want to smash up a few chips for me?
Yeah, I know. You need like qualifications for it, but you have to. You actually have to have your leaving cert at least done. They don't care how many points you get in your leaving cert or what your qualification is. They will put you through that. Like they will actually pay for you to go to college, go to like LCFE or something, and go through that course to be able to work for them. Yeah. And it is honestly just deadly. Like Analog, the company, is like one of the best companies. Like I'll put it to you literally. So like Damien.
Yeah.
You're talking to us on a tablet right now, aren't you?
Yeah. Microphone, yeah.
Within your tablet, there can be anywhere between 100 to 150 analog devices chips.
Maybe.
No, maybe. It's a guarantee. No matter what you're using, there will be an analog devices chip in it. Like I'm talking to you guys on a phone right now. There is roughly 5 analog devices chips in it. Cloudus, you're talking to us on a computer, yeah?
And I'm through a mic. like a dedicated mic.
Yeah, like your computer, even your monitors could have anywhere between 1,000 chips in them each, and your microphone could have extra like 150 on top of that.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, like any car you buy today is guaranteed to have an analog devices chip in it, and you could have anywhere between 200,000 and 400,000 of those things in your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
And like keep in mind, all these chips have been tested. They learned their burning points. They developed software so that they quote can't be hacked, though I'm still working on that one. And like so much other shit, and it's just like, man, why have I not known this entire time? I knew there was chips for it. I just didn't know what company it is. This is the company I want to work for. Where do I sign up?
So
not gonna lie though. One of the 3 people who came in talking to her, oh my days, she is. And I'm like, I'm sorry to ask, but she is absolutely fit.
But the last, like, are we finished with this kind of subject? This last one, I wanna move on to one last thing before we finish this off.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna ask you Blank first, and then we can move on to you, Cloudist. Is there anything you would like to change on this world, or in our city, or in our country? Anything you would like to change?
The education system.
If there was one about Ireland, Ireland is a very technical country.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have our electric power stations, we have our hydroelectrical powers, we have our solar panels, we have our wind farms, we have everything. But that's not what
like, if you're talking about like, Ireland is doing a lot better than like a lot of other countries. It's probably like in the top
countries,
top 50.
Yeah. But go on anyway, Blank.
Blank.
Like, don't get me wrong. Ireland as a country, yes, it is counted as a first world country.
Mm-hmm.
But our technology is not way behind, but fairly behind.
It's behind on a level, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's behind on a level.
If you look at Switzerland compared to Ireland and stuff, it is behind.
Not even just Switzerland. China, Japan, Korea, North.
Dude,
Russia,
do you see the shit
America,
they make in Japan?
No. Have you seen the shit they made in Dubai?
I seen this one article on this flying fucking motorcycle for like cops and shit.
I was just about to. Yeah, I was just about to say that the police force in Dubai have flying motorcycles.
Yeah.
And the fact that
me up.
and the fact that go ahead.
On top of that, not only do they have flying motorcycles, but if you get arrested by a Dubai police officer while he's driving a car, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be getting a free ride in a Bugatti.
True.
All of their cars in their police force is Bugattis.
But think about it. In Dubai, like their country, do they pay taxes over there?
I hope so.
Like
to keep their country going, I'd hope so.
But listen anyway. Like, since their country is so fully so fully advanced. Like, my friend has an aunt and uncle over there, and they have an Audi R8 and basically a mansion, and they moved over there recently. They have a fucking Audi R8. Like, the country is so advanced, like, in their cars. Like, you'd see people seeing a Lamborghini and shit going around on a daily basis. It's just an ordinary.
You wouldn't even be surprised.
Just to answer your question, Dubai, there is a 10% municipality, I don't know how to pronounce that, tax, as well as a 5% tax on rental income. But in conclusion, you can legally earn your salary at 100% free, no tax.
Jesus.
There's no way. How do they keep the country running then?
Because you're paying taxes on other.
Like
you're paying taxes on what you buy. You're paying taxes on your car. You're paying taxes.
Yeah,
on
like
your house,
that and
you're paying
shit.
taxes on
Yeah,
this and
I
this.
guess since they have such a big economy and shit, I'd say
Yeah.
you know they're not gonna spend like small amount of money. They're gonna spend big money, so it all goes back.
Like
yeah,
legit. The price of a packet of cigarettes in Dubai is almost twice what you would pay here.
That's
And
a good thing.
on top of that, alcohol is taxed upon importation. So if you were to bring alcohol into Dubai to sell it, your alcohol will be taxed at 50% of what.
fucking hell.
Imagine
Hey.
buying alcohol
Hey.
wholesale and then you
Hey.
figure out you're getting taxed 50% and then you can't sell it.
And on top of that, there's another 30% for having a liquor.
What?
And another 30% to buy alcohol.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, if you think about it, they're like a very holy and faithful country. So they're probably pretty against that, and they're trying to restrict the amount of alcohol that's imported.
Don't get me wrong. I mean no offense by what I'm about. Have you ever seen those dudes on Facebook that are just like they can't spell for shit, and
Yeah,
they're
I've
just
seen
like
this.
trying to get near people?
Yeah.
Like holy. Some of them, yes. Some others, holy. If you could hear air quotations in my voice.
But anyway, Cloud is there anything that you would like to change in our world?
You know, yeah, what was the topic again?
What you'd like to change in our country and our world?
The education system. It's just
yeah,
rubbish.
That's a really strong topic too.
Yeah.
You're
what would you change, Damien?
I would change the way that our kind of education system is ruled out. Like it's like the way it's like structured. To be honest, I know it's a strong structure now, but to be honest, like let's say you have an argument with a teacher in school.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not education system, but still, you have an argument with the teacher. The principal will always choose the teacher's side over yours. And I know I said that.
I know it's very biased.
It's very biased. That's what I like to change.
Uh-huh.
And especially your year ahead and principal, it's fucking like we've literally no choice at all.
One thing that I think should not be allowed in schools is the fact that if your wife is working in the school and you are the principal, that is obviously going to share some unfair bias and some overall general disagreements amongst people.
Yeah.
Like, it would be the exact same as if you walked into a teacher's classroom, didn't have your homework done, like, did not do, like, enough work or some shit, didn't study your notes, and basically, like, told the teacher, like, oh, yeah, no, I just didn't have time. And you actually...
Alright, and then the year head, Mr. What should we call him?
Bomber.
Mr. Bomber. Mr. Bomber. Alright, so he was like right across when I was going to class. He was asking me about it, and he knew exactly the reason why I was out, and he was like questioning me. I was like, how the fuck do you know? You're not supposed to be talking behind my back. You're only like, that's stupid.
But
can you picture them in fucking bed? Oh, remember the cloutist?
No,
he missed a day.
Picture them in bed.
Another thing I'd change before we finish off, in case you say, I'd change teachers being allowed to shout and scream at you.
Yeah, I think I think Blank was there when what should we nickname?
Begley.
Begley. We're just gonna.
His new name is Begley.
Begley. When Begley was wearing like a jacket and shit, and then
What are you gonna say?
Yeah, Mr. Bomber, he screams the fucking head off him, and I think it's very unnecessary. Like, he took him out of class, he was like, while the teacher was teaching and shit.
Yeah.
Like, think of it. All he's doing is making shit worse.
There's just disruption, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, you know, last year, Joe away.
Like Bregley could have used that time to actually learn some shit. He missed out on precious work. Not that he actually pays attention, but you know.
Claudius, you know, like last year we were in the same English class. I don't know if you've seen it or not. You might have already gone in, or was it CSB? But anyway, I'm not sure. And there was a student. But anyway, he's a friend in our class, and there was two students that were messing, fighting. Joe, like just like messing, throwing jabs, like and shit. And our principal starts walking in the corridor, screws the head off the both of them. One of them stands, the stoner guy. He stands. He just stands there, and then the other fella tries to walk away, and our principal goes literally up into his face, skin touching skin, into the side of his face, and speaks at him, screams at him, absolutely molesting him.
Here's the thing though. This is where rules and authority become very for the simple reason. If you guys have been paying attention in business class to what our teacher has been saying, I don't know if you have, but she legitimately said that he is not allowed to come so close to us. Once he steps into our personal area, we can take legal action against him. Like, so quite literally, we can say our personal area is a 200-foot radius around us, and if he steps into that, we take legal action.
Like, the fact is, it feels like you're going out of your comfort zone just going near him. Fucking the principal shouldn't be intimidating. Remember the previous principal? Yeah. Like the one before Mr. Bonner.
No, I'm sorry for saying this now, but there was a fight between two students. I can't remember names. I actually can't remember. He was standing at the gate, like the gate to exit the school, not the gate out at the front where it stands every day after school. But you know the one before that? After the canteen and the door. Yeah. He was sitting there, and these two other students were fighting over by the Holy Mary statue. And he legitimately just like, you know that kind of like that gangster walk that takes like 1,000 hours? You know, like that 1,000-hour gangster walk to get somewhere.
Damn, feels good to be a gangster.
Like you know, like that, like the pants sagging as far as the knees, kind of like, you know, like that like slow walk. That's like one step.
Yeah, but
he was legitimately doing that over towards them.
But if you think about it,
it was the funniest thing I had ever seen. By the time he got over, the fight was already done.
You can just imagine like walking as slow as a fucking turtle while like two kids beating the head off each other, and like by the time like some fella separates it, he just comes there. What's the story, boys?
His thoughts are like, I'm a principal, I better go over and stop it, but I kind of want to watch and see what happens, so I'm just gonna walk over really slowly just to
exactly.
Make my point, like.
No, legit, it was honestly one of the best things I had ever seen. Like, as a turtle, no, not even a turtle, you know those GTA 5 grandmas? The ones that are, like, extremely slow until you pull the trigger on a gun and then they're faster than the flash.
Or you run them over by, like, robbing a cop?
Yeah, one of them would probably pass him out, and so would a snail.
Oh my god, bro.
That's how slow this
his world was probably in slow-mo.
He was walking at like 1 centimeter every 10 years. It was as if he was a continental plate trying to move.
Yeah.
It was honestly
Jesus.
Oh,
But anyway, before we end it, do you wanna make any more points or anything? A little 1 point each.
Actually, 2 points I have to make. 2 points.
Okay, 2 points. You can take Claudius one. So.
Okay. No, Claudius, do you want to make one first?
I want to make one, but like I'll let you go first.
No, because mine are actually like slightly.
Okay, so like back to the point where I said like the education system needs to change. It's been the exact same if you think about it. Like all that's changed is like us changing from like fucking blackboards and chalk to a projector. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
There needs to be way more that has to change. I figure there's an easier way to learn, not just like fucking taking down notes and shit.
Yeah. I'm saying this right now, but in the words of Prince EA, School has not changed in 150 years. 50 years ago compared to a car today.
Literally.
Big difference. Look at a phone from 150 years ago compared to a phone today.
No, it's a big difference. Look at a computer. Look at anything.
Look at a computer from like 85 years ago to now. Big difference. Look at a classroom from 150 years to today.
Looks exact same.
Our classrooms anyway. Sure.
Our classroom is still 150 years behind.
No, our school is genuinely over 200 years old.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like, this one teacher we used to have in school. He used to be in the current room.
Yeah.
Do you remember what his class looked
like?
No.
All tables in a line. If you wanted to speak, you had to raise your hand. If you were caught on your phone would get smashed with a hurley.
Oh, yeah, I know. Mr. Burley.
Yeah, Mr. Burley.
Yeah, Mr. Burley.
Yeah. Well, actually, blurry, but like, yeah. But so yeah. I'll tell you a story about Mr. Blurry. Dude got caught in his phone, took his phone, put it on the table, and picked up a hurley.
Alright, wait, blank. Tell them what the hurley is, because I'm pretty sure most of them outside of Ireland don't play it.
A giant wooden stick with a metal.
Like, what would you use it for?
Usually for playing sport or
just look up GAA hurling on YouTube if you get a chance to, and
you can look up that too. But like legit, he smacked the hurley right next to the phone, and a pubic hair would not fit between.
Jesus Christ.
And said student in question who owned the phone started crying because of this in the middle of class in front of 20 other students.
Did he pay for it?
I don't think he broke it.
He paid for the phone, but he didn't break it.
Wait, how did he pay for the phone if he didn't break it?
No, as in like the student paid for the phone, but the teacher didn't break it.
Yeah.
But Claudius, are you done with your point?
Yeah, I'm done with my point.
My point. I actually just short my point down to one, just because I was like, you know what, they actually kind of fit together.
Yeah.
PewDiePie versus T-Series.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Mr. Beast. I'm just PewDiePie.
Like, he spent all that time for nothing.
Yeah, 72,495,450 subscribers from PewDiePie at this current moment in time. It's up to 458.
Yeah.
T-Series 72,387,300. Wait, 406 as of this current moment.
Yeah.
What's your betting, boys?
See, if Mr. Beast, in a few months, right? Like I know it's getting intense, but like T-Series uses bots. PewDiePie doesn't. Not that we know of, anyway. Just putting it out there. But I think PewDiePie is actually a person that has actually built his fan base from the beginning. And T-Series is just T-Series.
I don't think they deserve it.
Yeah.
For me, I'm the biggest fan of PewDiePie. I find some of the things he does controversial, slightly. And
a bit controversial.
Like that bridge G.
Yeah, like that. But he does some things and they're a bit controversial shit. And
let's be honest, we've all done the same shit, except absolutely no one big. Oh, for fuck's sake, I don't know what I was gonna say.
I mean, yeah.
Yo, Charlie, edit that out, please. My man.
So has PewDiePie. So has some other YouTuber who I'm not going to mention at the moment. Cough, Flat Earther.
Yeah, go on.
Flat Earther, mention him.
You should know who I'm on about.
Logan Paul, by the way, guys.
Go on.
They have done some really shit. Personally, I'm not a fan of PewDiePie's content, but at the same time, I would prefer if he won this little war debate thingy. And I genuinely hope T-Series gets banned because of their bots. Not that
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't think T-Series subscribers are real. Even though like their country has a big population, I doubt it. Like legit, I think they only have like 30 million, and the rest is like bots, or like some, or it's some like desperate faggots who make like 20 accounts and then subscribe to T-Series just to trigger PewDiePie.
Or there's bots making fake accounts. That's what I'm saying.
Also, real shit. If I don't know if you guys watched Mr. Beast video, not the one that he made people stand in a circle, but the one before that
with the advertisement.
Yeah, he said in the video. Actually, no, it wasn't that one. It was the one where he did the 24 hours underwater challenge.
Yeah.
And so you see him at the end of the video watching a T-Series video, and he says, well, "Let me finish." He says, "I'm just trying to catch up, just in case something happens. I know it won't, but just in case."
Just in case. The stuff that Mr. Beast does, that's crazy.
Yeah, some of the shit that Mr. Beast does is actually pretty like stupid.
Yeah, but the whole point of his videos is to go viral, and I think he has the idea.
To get money,
yeah.
To get money.
And sponsors and shit. Like without these sponsors,
and get money.
Like
and
I think.
On top of that, did you guys watch the Tfue video with Mr. Beast?
Yeah, but the thing is, he makes these videos in the first place. You know the sponsors. If he was to just like, if he was to keep the money for himself and make like a dumb video without like spending that money in a weird ass way or like some crazy way, he would have never got the views, and the company would never want to sponsor him because he wouldn't get that many views, you know.
You know what was the thing, Mr. Beast? Him counting to 100,000.
Or saying
PewDiePie 100.
Yeah.
Dude, that only happened 3 days.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Or the $10,000 game of rock paper scissors.
Or the fact that he fucking demolishes his friend's car and then replaces it with like hella good cars.
Yeah.
I thought you were going somewhere else with fun, but okay.
But just to finish it off, just give me some finishing points and then I'll wrap it up.
I don't have much to say, to be honest.
System.
I suppose. Okay.
And the whole thing, like with basically every point that has been made, we all have our own personal views.
Yeah.
But like, I just want to clear that up. We all have our own personal views. Some of you may, some of you mightn't. It's just the way the world works. That's all I want to say.
That's the way our podcast will work too. But thanks for watching.
Tuning in.
Thanks for tuning into the first episode of the Let's Talk podcast. Thank you so much if you do end up tuning in. But I'm going to leave it there, and it's been your host, Damien, Loudest, and Blank. So thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Cheers.
We'll see you guys.